Judith, Part 1, A Call to Courage and the Spirit's Whisper. In the 12th year of Nebuchadnezzar's reign over the Assyrians in the grand city of Nineveh, I, a humble observer of these turbulent times, bear witness to a story that unfolds with the weight of history and the breath of divine purpose. It was the era of Arphaxad, king of the Medes and Ecbatana, who fortified his city with walls of hewn stones, 3 cubits broad, 6 long, 70 high, and 50 thick, crowning its gates with towers 100 cubits tall, a testament to human pride. Yet this pride clashed with Nebuchadnezzar's ambition. In those days he waged war against Arphad on the vast plain near Ragau, summoning allies from the hill country, the rivers Euphrates, Tigris, and Hydaspes, and the plains of Arioch, king of the Elamaeans. A multitude of nations, the sons of Chelod, rallied to the battle, their numbers a shadow of the power to come. As I reflect, I sense the Holy Spirit stirring, inviting you to see how even in human conflict, God weaves a tapestry of redemption, much as he guided Israel through the Red Sea. Nebuchadnezzar, undeterred, sent decrees across Persia, westward to Cilicia, Damascus, Lebanon, and the seacoast, reaching Carmel, Gilead, the higher Galilee, the plain of Esdraelon, Samaria, and beyond Jordan to Jerusalem, Beni Chelis, Kadesh, the river of Egypt, Penis, Rameses, Goshen, Tanis, Memphis, and the borders of Ethiopia. His command was clear: join his war. Yet these nations, unafraid, dismissed his messengers with scorn, believing him but one man against their might. This defiance fueled Nebuchadnezzar's rage. He swore by his throne to avenge himself, vowing to slay the inhabitants of Cilicia, Damascus, Syria, Moab, Judea, and Egypt sea to sea. In the 17th year he marched against Arphaxad, prevailing with his army, capturing Ecbatana, plundering its beauty, and slaying Arphaxad in the mountains of Ragau. Returning to Nineveh with his vast host, he feasted for 120 days, a display of triumph that masked a deeper spiritual question. Can human power stand against divine will? The Holy Spirit whispers to you now, urging trust in the promise that the Lord is a warrior whose strength surpasses all kings. In the 18th year, on the 22nd day of the first month, Nebuchadnezzar convened his council in Nineveh, his heart set on vengeance. He shared his secret plan to afflict all who defied him, decreeing death for those who ignored his word. He summoned Holofernes, his chief captain, saying, "The great king, Lord of all, commands you to lead 120,000 footmen and 12,000 horsemen against the west, for they disobeyed me. Demand earth and water as submission, for my wrath will cover the earth, filling valleys and rivers with their dead. Lead them captive to the world's ends, but first take their coasts. Spare only those who yield. Slay the rest without mercy. My word is law, and you will not delay." Holofernes obeyed, gathering his forces, chosen men, archers, camels, donkeys, mules, sheep, oxen, and silver, marching westward with a multitude like locusts, their numbers uncountable. They departed Nineveh, traveling 3 days to the plain of Bechteleth, near the mountain left of Upper Cilicia. Holofernes led his army into the hill country, destroying Put and Lud, plundering Rasses and Ishmaelites, crossing the Euphrates into Mesopotamia, breaking down cities along the Arbanai River to the sea. He seized Cilicia's borders, killing resistors, surrounding Midian, burning their tents, and devastating Damascus during the wheat harvest, fields aflame, flocks slaughtered, cities plundered, youths slain by the sword. Fear gripped the seacoast. Sidon, Tyre, Osina-Gimnon, Azotus, and Ashkelon trembled at his approach. As I watched, a philosophical insight emerged. Human power, though vast, is but a shadow before God's sovereignty, inviting the Holy Spirit to fill you with the wisdom that the heart of the king is in the hand of the Lord. Proverbs 21, verse 1, turning even wrath to his purpose. This campaign, a tide of destruction, began as Nebuchadnezzar's pride sought to impose his will, yet it set the stage for a greater story. The nation's refusal to bow, though bold, invited his fury, a mirror to the spiritual truth that defiance of divine order brings consequence, yet God raises deliverers from the ashes. Historically, this echoed Assyria's dominion and the scattering of Israel, a pattern of judgment and mercy that calls the Spirit to remind you that the Lord disciplines those he loves. Hebrews 12, verse 6, preparing a way for redemption. The vast army, like locusts, recalled the plagues of Egypt, yet here it was a human scourge, not divine, challenging me to ask, where is God in this chaos? The answer lies in the unfolding narrative. Nebuchadnezzar's oath, sworn by his throne, reflected a king's hubris, yet it would be undone by a woman's faith, a thread not yet visible, but promised in the Spirit's quiet prompting. His feast of 120 days, a celebration of conquest, masked the fragility of his power, for pride goes before destruction. Holofernes' march, methodical and ruthless, filled gaps in the story. His path through Mesopotamia and Cilicia showed the of Assyrian might, yet it sowed seeds of vulnerability. The fear along the coast hinted at a people ripe for deliverance. Their dread a silent prayer, the Holy Spirit now invites you to join, turning fear into faith. As I reflect, this tale is more than history. It is a call to your heart. Nebuchadnezzar's wrath, though fearsome, cannot thwart God's plan, and the Holy moves to assure you that no weapon formed against you shall prosper. The nation's scorn, a human flaw, teaches the wisdom of humility before the Almighty, who opposes the proud but gives grace to the humble. This part of my story, set against the backdrop of war, invites you to trust in the unseen, to feel the Spirit's breath as he prepares a deliverer, much as he raised Esther for her people. The destruction of Arphaxad's cities, a prelude to greater conflicts, foreshadows of victory not of swords but of faith, urging you to stand firm, for the battle is the Lord's. In this moment, as Nebuchadnezzar feasts and Holofernes marches, the Holy Spirit hovers, unseen yet present, weaving a narrative of judgment and mercy. I invite you to open your heart to let his peace wash over you, to find strength in the promise that God turns the wrath of man to his praise, preparing a path for his glory to shine through the darkest times. This is but the beginning, a call to watch and wait, to trust that from this chaos a light will rise.